What's the deal, y'all? Trappers up in the TNN Trappers Network. We back at the same. Like, cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trappers Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college. Big dog, tap in with that tap in to make sure you are, in fact, tapped in with that good tap in here at TNN Trap News Network. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Get into that. If you ain't got into that, you feel me? You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe. Tap in with that tap in. You dig me? You dig me? 25,000 subscribers, you're going to get away $100, man. 15,000 subscribers, you're going to get away another $100. So make sure you are, in fact, tapped in with everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. And I need y'all to like, I need y'all to comment, I need y'all to subscribe. You feel me? Get into this good content. What else I need to tell you? Man at the Garden freestyle. Please don't touch my. It got a body on this out now. Get into that. And I need y'all to get into. Damn, I'm having a brain fart. Please don't touch my. It got a body on it. Man at the Garden freestyle. Fairy tales. I'm wrapped up in the content, man. We finna give y'all some more of this good content on the news you can use. Styles P, Joe Budden react to the Big U indictment. Let's see what Joe Budden and Styles P got to say about this. Let's get into it. Let's go. Shout out to Chig Smooth.
YouTube. Chicks. You know what to do, Chicks.
Hey, Chick Smooth, appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Brett Fox, reporting from the Chicks universe. And as expected, the biggest topic this week on damn near every podcast was this Big U situation. Why? Because there's just so many layers to it. And it's such an opinionated subject that just brings in a lot of questions, a lot of advice, and a lot of propaganda. And I mean that in the sense of, there's always these alternative narratives to how all of these things ever get set in motion. And the one I think that everybody really does need to pay attention to, and I feel like is probably the most important, is the one that the OGs really spill, right? And they really are centered around just letting people know, like, look, this street situation thing is not for everybody. And not only is it not for everybody, it's not for anybody. So one of the people who actually just recently spoke out on the whole Big U situation was Styles P. And this is what he had to say. As a certified gangster and active, rather one who has changed the trajectory of his gangsterdom, I'ma never stop telling the young boys outside and OGs just touching back down. Them streets ain't got nothing for you but death or a long bid. Stay out the way and stay safe. It's enough legal money out here for everyone. And that's a fact, man. There's so much legal
That's real. That's very true.
money out here that everybody could be getting to. There's people that are becoming millionaires off of their phones. There's people that become millionaires from the couch. So there's so many things that you could be doing rather than being out here on these streets. But at the same time, I'm not nobody to tell nobody how to run their life. A lot of other people touched on the subject as well. Joe's podcast did touch on the subject. There was a lot of self-snitching going on. They said about 30 to 60% of the indictment was just
People just literally just talking too much on podcasts, for sure.
real podcast interviews, right? Joe, Flip, and Ice brought up a really, really important discussion, which is, why do people feel as though like this is something to be glorified? It almost seems as though like the young people are just looking at this and saying like, yo, this is super cool, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to be, or they feel as though they're going to get something from it that nobody else got from it. And it just speaks a lot to our generation. It seems like our generation is one of those that likes to gamble, which is probably why FanDuel is so big right now, right? Even though you know for a fact that it's set up for you to lose, you think because some people win, a very, very, very small minority.
Nah, man, I feel like, I don't know what's going on.
They tired.
Like, I'm a civilian, so I mind my civilian business. Apparently, some of y'all out there are not civilians, and y'all are in a different business.
Do you think social media...
And y'all are out there in a different business, telling and showing them the business you in.
Which I don't
That's real. That's very true. Very true.
really get, but I figure I'm just not evolved enough or educated enough in y'all side of the business. But if I was in y'all side of the business, I wouldn't do the business like that.
My thing is, me being on this side of it, I shouldn't know y'all side of the business.
all. Fam, nigga.
That's real. That's real. It was way too much talking, way too much back and forth, way too much just discussion. You feel me? It didn't have to go down the way it went down. It just really didn't have to go down the way it went down.
The fact that I know it means
That
the
means
people
that
that's trying to
something's
lock
wrong.
y'all up
Yeah.
know it.
Do y'all think social media is solving most of these crimes?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I think the police are solving most of the crimes, but
Using
the dodos
social
on
media as a
social
tool.
media are giving them the evidence, and all I gotta do is go, Oh, that was a
No.
That was an interview that you did in 2019. Let me put that with the interview you did in 2022. Let me put this with another different.
But the interesting part about it is, not everybody is susceptible to that, right? So even Joe brought up a good point on his podcast saying that his son doesn't subscribe to that. So I guess the real question is it really even the streets and the music that's influencing people? Or is it people just not really being around there for their kids and setting a good tone for them, or setting a good example, or setting an example that the kids want to be? You could say that if your example that you're setting at home and the tone you're setting at home is more appealing to what these kids are seeing in the streets, they're more than likely to try to be.
That's real talk. That's real talk. If the tone at the crib is way more appealing than anything they'll see in the streets, they're going to want to be what they see at home.
Like you.
Parenting starts at home first.
Is it really just the parenting in the house? Or is it really just the economical standards that go around it? And if it is the economical standards, why are we not doing more to help? See, that's why I like when people like Styles P speaks on a situation like this, because he's one of the people that was in the streets and now he's actually building up his community. I can't say that same for everybody else. And interestingly enough, what I did notice as well is usually whenever something happens, there's a lot of celebrity commentary on it. This one, however, it seems like everybody's kind of staying away from the big you part of the conversation and just leaning towards the self-snitches part of the conversation. Because I guess, whenever you touch on LA politics, it gets kind of dicey. Because, as an entertainer, no matter what, you got to go through the city, right? But at the same time,
Niggas like, I ain't touching this one, I'm going to leave it alone.
you have an obligation to speak out and, say what you feel is really right and get your opinion out there. That's why you are in the position that you are in, because people want to hear your opinion. But at the same time, I'm not here to poke fingers. I'm not here to call nobody pussy, tell nobody to buck up, nothing like that, I'm just pointing out what I see. But that's just me. So, what do y'all think? Why do you think this situation is going on? What do you think is the cause of this pandemic with these kids in these streets?
If y'all haven't noticed, man, it's a lot of people going down for a lot of things. Yellow Beezy just caught it from 03. Lil Durk just caught it for Quando Rondo situation. Here it goes with this. Y'all know about what Brick Baby got going on outside of this. It might be time to hang it up and go inside. Game over. Jersey in the rafters. Let's, let's just stop trying to up the score. Let's go ahead and just call it a draw and everybody go back to their corners.
You think it's really an economical situation, or do you feel like
Definitely an economical situation.
a lot of
Rich people typically don't have these types of problems. Not to say that they don't have problems. They don't have these types of problems. And they do have these types of problems. It doesn't quite look like this.
kids just look at this, they glorify and see it as cool, and they kind of just want to be like them too. Like everybody kind of wants to be Scarface. I don't know. Let me know in the comments though. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy BREAD Fox reporting from the Chicks Universe.
Shout out to Brad Fox. Shout out to Chicks Move, man. We up out here to the next one. Y'all know the deal though. Red dot to the left. Y'all know the rest. Free Avenue Angel till he's free. We go.